Hello dear Soul tribe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. So today I want to teach us how we can attach placket to a man's top. Now this principle I want to teach you, you can use it as well to attach a female placket depending on what you are working on. So these are the required materials. You are going to need an interfacing like this. This is a paper stay. You could use color stay for your own. I have a piece of fabric that I'm going to use for my placket turning and for the placket base. I have this is an hemi gum. It is what I use to turn the neck of my bodies, and of course I have the bodies that we are going to be attaching the placket. So on the bodies I have turned the neck, I have finished up the neck. Can you see it? And it is seamless, and that is when this one comes in. This is what I use. After turning the neck, I just use this one to gum it down. So if you want to achieve seamless look like this, you are going to need hemi gum. But if not, you can just turn it. You can just turn the neck and just sew it down. For you to achieve the placket on the bodies, you are going to open up the center front by at least 8 inches. I recommend 8 inches for adults. Now after you open it up like this is what you are going to have. Can you see it? I have opened it up and this is what I have. Now on the end where the opening stop, you are going to notch it in on both sides, half inch on both sides. So you have something like this. This is what you will have. You just like use your scissors to cut a little piece like this, and you will have it like this. Now for the placket, for your interfacing, you are going to cut 1 inch width, at least 1 inch. That means it will be more than 1 inch. You can have 1.25 or 1.5 depending on your preference. So and the length I am working with, the length I want to use is 13. So you could use between 11 inches to 13 inches depending on the height of the person you are working for. Now for you to now achieve your placket, for you to wrap it, you are going to take it to your ironing table. You are going to force this paper stay, you are going to force it down with your iron, and on both sides of the paper stay you are going to be leaving 1 inch. The essence of the 1 inch is so that you can be able to turn it over. So let me go and do that now. I'll show you the next thing to do. So this is what we have at the end of the day. Can you see it? I have turned it over, and that is why we have it concealed like this. Can you see it? So on the upper part I turn it up by half inch, and the down part I turn it up by half inch, and I just wrap everything over like this, and this is what we have at the end of the day. So I need to let you know that the end of your placket, the down part of your placket could be any shape. You can have it as pointed V, you can have it as rounded, whatever shape you desire to have. Now the next thing you're going to do now for you to start attaching your placket is you are cutting what I personally call the placket base. So how do you achieve your placket base? For you to achieve your placket base, you'll be needing, like, let's say between 2.5 inches and 3 inches wide, and the length could be the length of your placket or 2 inches lesser than the length of your placket. And this is what you are going to do. You are going to take this piece to the ironing table, and you are going to fold in half inch this side and half inch this side. So let's assume this is the whole thing I'm working on. So you are going to fold in half inch like this, half inch like this, and you are going to turn everything. So this is, you are going to have something like this at the end of the day. Let me go and do that. I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So this is it. This is what I have for my placket base. Can you see it? So can you see it? I have 3 inches here. So you fold it like this, you fold it in like this. Can you see it? And you're going to fold everything over again like this. So the upper head here the upper part here, you are going to fold it like this as well. So the down part, you may not need to fold it because you are still going to plug it in. So this is what you are going to have for the placket base. Now moving to the sewing of this placket, the first thing you want to do, the first thing I love doing is I'm going to attach my placket base. So you know, we have folded it, we have secured the two edges. Can you see it now? It is not fraying. So we have secured it and everything is neatly pressed down. Now I want to show you this trick. It works for me and I believe it will work for you. When you are folding your placket base, this one that will be down, can you see it? This one is a bit wider than the one up here. Do you get it now? Can you see it? Both of them are not the same. So it's for a purpose, so that you can achieve perfect sewing when you are sewing down your placket base. So take note of that. When you are folding it in, let the down part be wider than the upper part. And this is what you are going to do. This part that you folded in up here, so you know, we have opened up the neck and we have finished up the neckline. So to the left side, you know, this is how you are going to place it on the sewing machine. This one now, the left side of to yourself, when the body is facing you like this, just like I'm placing it like this. So this is where you are going to attach your placket base. This part that is facing you to your left side, and you're going to do it like this. The one that is bigger, the side that is bigger, is going to be under. So that the essence of that is that, but so that by the time you are sewing it down, you are going to pick everything and nothing will drop. Do you get it now? And you need to notch this part. Like I said, you must notch this part. So when you notch it, by the time you want to put it, this is what you will have. You can easily put it in like this. Do you see it now? So this is what you are going to have. So after putting it down like this, that is why I said I'm going to be showing you the simplest method I know. So you know, I've secured it like this. So just make sure this part is straight here and you just sew it down straight. Let me go and sew it down and show you the next thing to do. All right, so this is it. I've attached the base. Can you see it? It is neatly sewn down, and this is how the inside will look like. Can you see it? Everything is neatly sewn down. Now I haven't done this now, so you see have excess here, leave it like that. We are going to plug it in. It will not show outside. Now the next thing you want to do now is attach our placket, and that is pretty easy, trust me. So this is what you are going to do. Unlike the base that we just plug it in like this, for this for the placket itself, you are going to sew it from inside. Do you get it now? From inside, you are going to carry your placket like this. I hope you can see it, and you sew it down to the place you notch. So from this part to this part, you are going to sew it down just on like 0.25 of an inch. Do you get it now? So you make sure that this part, they both align. It's very, very important. The placket must not go beyond the neck line. Do you get it now? So let me go and sew it down and I will show you the next thing to do. So this is it. After sewing down your placket, this is what you will have. You know, I told you you'll be sewing it from inside out. Can you see it? You set the neck part and you sew it inside out, and this is what you are going to have if you bring it out like this. So this part, the base, you know, I told you we are going to plug it in. So this base, you don't want it to go outside like this. Don't let it go to the back. If you let it go to the back, you will not achieve perfect finishing there. So you bring it in and you make sure it stay on the bodies. Do you get it now? So place it like this, and you are going to bring in the placket. So the placket itself, you make sure it's set So this part is very, very important, the neck part, because I've seen so many people making their placket and the placket is going beyond the neck. Can you see it? So it must be equal like this. So you can just pin it down. Now you're going to pick it up, the placket alone. You don't want to pick it together with the base. Yes, so you need to take note of that. So I'm going to pin it down. This is the place they both align, so I'm going to secure it down with my pin. Can you see it? And you just go ahead and straighten it up. This down part as well is very important, so you make sure it covers the base. So you make sure it covers the base. Can you see it? You have it like this, and you make sure that the center, it does not exceed the center. You make sure it's set. So I'm going to pin this part down too. Now pinning it down, the essence of you pinning it down is so that it will not shake from where you want it to rest. So I've pinned it down, up and down, and this is what I have separately. Now this part that we have the placket open like this, I'll just take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew it down. So let me go and sew it down, and I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So securing it down, can you see it? I've sewn it down from this place like this, and I brought it down here, and I stop here where we notch. Now to plug in this, so I have tucked in this one, and this is what you should have inside. Can you see it? Can you see that the base is not showing inside? It's because we place the base on the main fabric. Don't place your base behind the fabric, it will show outside. So this is what we have. So you are going to close it up to this point that we notch. Do you get it now? So that everything will be secured like this. So I'm still going to sew it up a bit to this point. I just thought I should show you. So now when you get to this point we notch, you just come here like this, just to secure it, and by the time you open it up, this is what you will have. And can you see it that this upper part, both of them, they align, and my placket is laying flat. Everything is beautiful and neatly sewn. So this is it. Let me go and finish up this part. I'll sew it up to this part, I'll turn it like this, and I'll come and show you the next thing to do. I've sewn it down, and this is what we have. Yeah, our placket is pretty ready. So this is what you should have inside. This is when you have this is when you achieve perfect fit. Can you see this part? Everything is laying well. So you can just go ahead and attach your button. You can use your press button, you can use your decorative button, anything you want to use just to achieve this perfect knit here. And we have come to the end of this tutorial. So if you find this tutorial helpful, kindly give us thumbs up. Don't forget to share with fellow Sew Tribe. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button so that you get notified anytime I upload new video. So I remain your friend Divine. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.